All right, my starting watch list for Monday, VSLR. Kind of an interesting candle here. Took out the early December lows, but that's after falling 5 or 6 days and closed above its open. And if I zoom in, you can see it had a little bit better volume on Friday as well. So I'm kind of looking for a potential continuation of this little bounce on Monday. DGLY, nice green candle and nice volume on Friday. And on an intraday basis, we got this at 1440. I can't remember. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm sorry. 1443, I think. Like 20 cents risk that never stopped out, and it went up to 17. And this was kind of a slow, boring day until this thing came along, and we caught a huge move there. So that just made my afternoon. Sometimes, man, you can be bored trading, and then something can just come along and make your day. CONN also was called by one of our mods, Michael N, on Friday, and another really nice call. Kind of an interesting, it's gap down, 4 days in a row down, but reversed nicely on Friday. And Michael N called it over this little narrow green candle with a stop right below it. So 1551 with a 1531 stop, and you can see it went up to 1767, more than $2 in our favor on 20 cents risk. But I'm still interested in this one because of this nice hammer candle and the big volume. I think this might have another day in the bounce. FRAN. This is just a relative strength stock, okay? And I'll show you the SPY in just a second. But look how well this thing is holding up. So I just want to have this on long watch, okay? I don't have a trigger price or anything. But look at the SPY. And if you go to 5-minute candles, an ugly close. And let's go back to FRAN. And you can see just the relative strength all day in that name. So let's keep an eye on that one for potential push higher, especially if there's any market strength. Taser I want to have on watch just with the whole body camera thing for play. I don't think enough people know that Taser's big in the body cameras, just like DGLY for police officers. But this thing, up over, it did kind of pierce this area on Friday, but kind of gave it all back at the end of the day. Taser's a name to watch. I gotta say, I don't love the fact that it gave all that back. So that's kind of, instead of having that, on one of my top priority trades tomorrow, it's just going to be kind of on the back burner. One of my charts, but it'll be tucked away. It's not as important as the other ones to me. Here's a lower priced one that's kind of interesting because it traded 15 million shares 3 sessions ago, ran all the way up to 260. Now we're down at $1.80 after 3 red days basically. I want to watch this one. I mean, you're coming into an area that it was doing, it held support here between 170 and 180, and it's all the way back there. I find it hard to believe it's worth less than when they had the news the other day. So I want to watch this one for a potential bounce. But I'm kind of, again, that's another back burner play because these cheapies that paid so well in 2013, they just don't have the same power, obviously, especially with a weak market. So don't look at this video and think, hey, Mike's going to be all over CYRN. It's going to have to set up perfect and have everything in our favor, or maybe even news come out on it before I'll trade it. HUN is getting very interesting. I like stuff like this. You can see how well this has bounced off the 21 area back here and pierced it all the way down. It actually went to 2035 back here, but look at the bounce it made since then, all the way to 27. Now you've got 2 sessions in a row where just massive volume and straight down. We get down anywhere around 21. We're going to be using our intraday charts to look for a reversal and hopefully a trade in HUN. I like the way it's setting up. That's going to be looking for a reversal play, okay, for a long. And then NOAH was one of the strongest stocks in the world about a week ago. And now it's down for about a week straight. It's a little green hammer candle here at the 20-day. And so I look for maybe a continuation of that bounce. And that's another name that you could argue had relative strength in a very ugly tape on Friday. So I want to watch that one for a continuation of the bounce. And that is the entirety of my watch list. I don't fall in love with any watch list from a Sunday night because of weekend news and who knows how the market's going to open on Monday morning. And so we'll find, I use the term passion a lot in trading, but it's relevant. We'll find passion, which means things getting shape, price shape and volume as the day's unfolding. And from those passionate plays that we find tomorrow, you can generally build a list for the rest of the week off each subsequent day. But a lot of times things that move big on Fridays, I don't know. They just kind of lose a little bit of their luster with the 2-day, with the weekend in between. So I don't give a lot of weight to this watch list. I think if I had to pick my favorite, it's that HUN if we get down nicely below 21 for a reversal. But otherwise, like I said, we'll find other stuff to trade. And we will, I'll get off here and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.